I love playing outside because, well, sometimes when I'm out here for a long time, I look around and see all the beautiful trees and the grass and the bugs and realize God created all of that. And it's beautiful. But of all the things that God created, we are His greatest creation. We are God's masterpiece. Our value is not determined by how others see us or even how we see ourselves. It is based on what God says about us. We are marked valuable by Him. He doesn't show favoritism, and neither should we. We should view every person valuable and worthy. A good example is, if you ever had a handful of pennies. I gave you a bunch of pennies. Let me see. I'll explain. Yeah, you see, they're all pennies. But are they all worth the same? Yeah. Well, yeah, they're all pennies, but they're not all the same. I mean, look, that one's shiny and that one has a mark on it. This one looks like something happened and it got damaged. And this one's much older than the others. Are they all worth the same? Well, yeah, they're all pennies. That's right. They all have 1 cent on them. They all have the same value. 1 cent. And just like pennies, we as people, human beings, are God's highest creation. And we are all valued the same. Even if we're not shiny. Even if we're not new. Even if we're damaged. God sees us that way, all the same. In Ephesians 2:10, it says, we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Jesus Christ so that we can do good things that He had planned for us a long, long time ago. The psalmist in 139:14 says, I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. In Genesis 1:27, God set men and women apart from His other creations. It says, God created man in His own image. In the image of God, He created him. Male and female, He created them. So God marked each of us with His image. Even when that image becomes damaged by sin, God valued us. Our value and worth to Him did not change, so much that Jesus came to die for each one of us. God deemed us each worthy of sending His Son to die for our sins. And God demonstrates His own love towards us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5:8. Hey kids, if you have a penny in your hand, look at it right now. And over Abraham Lincoln's head, read together, in God we trust. Because we are such value and worth to God, He sent Jesus to die in our place because of our sin. Jesus took our punishment. All God asks is that we turn away from going away from Him, and we come back to Him by believing and trusting in Jesus. In God we trust. In Ephesians 2, verses 8 through 10, it says, for by grace you have been saved through faith, and not of yourself. It is a gift of God, not as a result of works, so that no one may boast. We are His masterpiece, created in Jesus Christ for good works, which God prepared beforehand so that we would walk in them. So kids, in closing, everyone, when you see a penny, remember you matter to God. He loves and values all of you and wants you to trust in Him every day. And also remember that every other person matters to God and that we should also make sure that they matter to us. Share this good news, and I'll see you next